want to write down how many hours you want to work. Me, I'm radically not normal. This is not what very many people do. I work about 4 hours a week. So take that number times how many weeks there are in a year. I assume you're going to work about 50 weeks a year. So for me, that's like 200 hours. Now, I want you to write down how much money you want to make in the next year. So say you want a 7-figure business, right? So you take $1 million, divide it by 200, and what do you get? You get $5,000 an hour. So you need that amount of revenue coming in per hour. And you want to think from this place, because this is what's unbelievable about all of this. And if you really are like, you know what, either this lady is crazy or I want her to show me exactly what she knows, you can click the link. We can get on a call. I will lay out for you exactly how this can shift. Because it's as simple as a miracle, can I say that? But you know, in the radical ways that you've changed your life, in the ways that you've totally stepped up, those moments are simple decisions that can change everything. I have a friend who will say to me, Lindsay, what you teach, like any 12-year-old could do. Now, I will say there is some stuff that's a little bit fancier than that, but I can show you the people who can do that for you. The truth is, it doesn't require a lot of time. The distance between where you are and where you want to be can be, you know, the stuff I teach maybe takes 8 hours to implement. Now, I will tell you, if I reference any clients when I speak today, they are extraordinary clients. Because the people who are called to me are not average. The work of becoming who you were meant to be and to actually get free is something very few people do in this life. In the mastermind today, many people were talking about people dying with regret. Unfortunately, I sometimes think it's part of being human, but I'm going to try to hack that for you as much as possible today. So, now $5,000 an hour doesn't sound like that much, right? Let's take it to 2 million. So now you're at $10,000 an hour that needs to be coming in for each hour you're working, correct? Let's take that to 10 million. So what's that math? I figured it out. So when we start at the top of the mountain and look down at our business and decide where we want to place it, then we get point 2. There are multiple ways that you can hack your business that are key. I already mentioned to you earlier that what we do for new streams of revenue is take on partners. We select them very carefully. I waited for, it's so fun to tell this, I've never told these stories out loud. I waited for a competitor's CEO for years and years and years and years and years and years. I just wanted this guy on my team, right? As soon as this competitor, like friend, retired, I was like, he's mine. For years we worked together, and what we do is this. We meet once a week and he says, so I think I can make money from this product that you sold years ago. Can I just have that, write some emails, do some other stuff for this cut? Or I come up with ideas and say, you know what? I really hear that the people in my marketplace are wanting this. Can you take this and just let it sing? The beauty of that is that I'm not managing, I don't have a VA, right? I don't manage him. I certainly don't manage him. It's like in a marriage, do you manage your husband, right? You choose people who are expansive and who can make things grow. The thing we can even bonus you, because there are some pieces that you want to look at that are not what you would expect in this, right? Like as soon as I heard that information, I'll be quite frank, I was like, dude, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to set up something where I license IP all over everywhere. Like it can be so profoundly disappointing. But I will say to you too, we've done things like have people send 3 emails for us that have been astounding in terms of, if I wake up in the morning and I go, okay, I need 2 leads today, that thinking is so far down the mountain, it's not even funny. The morning when we wrote these emails and got these sent out by people, I thought, okay, so how do I get like 20,000 people today? So those are the questions you want to ask yourself. Marketing, right? as a mom, I didn't want to launch. I had friends who, it was all the rage, right? Do an 8-week course, charge $10,000 for it, then move them into a whatever. I was like, no freaking way, right? Like, I'm not doing 8 weeks of anything. And people were always like, you've got to go network. I have not put on high heels. I put them on for a speech once and threw them off in the first 5 minutes. Like, it's just not me. It's not what I'm going to do. And so we do things like have one piece of iconic marketing that lasts until it doesn't last anymore. At one point in my business, that was a 5-paragraph thing that sold a 36K program constantly. I don't even think, honestly, I realized at that point that I was supposed to start with something that was smaller. But if it's the only option, and if you're really transforming people, like, where's the top? Where's the highest point you can take your business? Like, where's the point that you start shaking because it's so scary for you? What is the greatest gift that you can give to humanity? Those are the kind of questions that the people that we all admire ask themselves and behave from. So when we look at, like, I teach, you can have one piece of marketing, one web page, and one sales conversation. It makes business really freaking easy. Because if you think about the fact that, for instance, that one sales conversation, everything has to pass through that. Then the place we want to refine most is the one sales conversation. Because if we can't do that, we can't change people's lives. If we reverse engineer that, then we need to look at one web page. That has nothing to do with the 92 things that people are telling you to do that are eating your time, that actually aren't changing the world. People are radically served. Like, my hope is that you leave this today and you think, there has got to be a better way. My intention during our time here together is to change your way of thinking. If that's your intention, in your original touch with people, in your marketing, do you get how profound your impact can be? Impact is not built on 92 podcasts, 83 million followers, and all of that other stuff. If that's what you really, I'm even going to be really bold for a moment and say, if that's what you're trying to build, that's because that's what your heart desires. So stop saying you want impact. Stop saying you actually want to save the world. Start saying, yeah, I really just want a lot of followers. That's cool, and you should click out of the video. But if what you're really looking for is to get your gifts out into the world, and if it truly is as simple as, your marketing has got to be compelling, right? I reference Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech all the time because it's meaningful to me. It moves me. I share it with my children. Like, when was the last time you shared your marketing with your children? I'm psyched to show my husband my marketing. I watch my marketing when I know it's good is because I've looked at it, and I had this moment once with a video where I thought, oh my gosh, I feel like I am God looking at this woman, and I am so proud of her. Is your marketing transcendent? And if not, like, the world needs another watered down you like nothing. So if we think about what are the ways, and of course, like that one web page, right? We've got it, we've had it for how many years? Like, it's severely dialed in. If you click the link, you'll see it too. And it works. But was I created to spend all my time building web pages? No. Were you? No. The sad truth is this, that the trajectory that you are on with overworking, with undervaluing yourself, with disliking your team, with not spending time with your family, is absolutely a creation of your own beliefs. So let's go to the third point and get really real. Your struggle is your choice. Now, I get that this gets pretty but it's absolutely correct. Maslow's hierarchy, like a struggle, a business struggle, is really freaking low level. The as my sweet husband says, it's survival. It's the bottom of the pyramid. And you're not a struggler. That's not how this movie ends for you. And I get it, and I've struggled. So I understand that sometimes it's methodology and business acumen, and I'm happy to show you all of that. But the other piece I want you to contemplate is this. You're stuck because you like being stuck. It's part of your identity. It's who you are. I know it's harsh, but let's play it out for a minute. Do you want to model being stuck for your children? Do you want to model being stuck for your clients? Would you like to choose to not be stuck? So if you choose to take that path, if freedom is really what you want, then having an amazing business really isn't the thing. Like, how amazing is your marriage? My family. I haven't really said this out loud, so here we go. We are preparing to do a life dream that is so crazy and wild that I can barely even believe it's my life. My inner 12-year-old is so freaking stoked about the adult I've become. And I'll tell you, I've had a great business for a long time, but to have a great business that supports a great life is really the key. To be able to give from the overflow and to be able to receive at a seriously deep level is your birthright and is actually crucial. So, think of the highest point that you can think of getting to. Wake up every morning and think, like, what's the way that I can get there? And if you don't know those pieces to put in place, I'm absolutely positively happy to show you. But I would also tell you, it's not done by following what you see on the exterior of other people's businesses. The majority of the people who are really making money, it has very little to do with what you're seeing on the front end. So if you want us to show you an exact path to get you from where you are to true legacy and impact that doesn't burn you out, eat up your time, or steal your joy, I would love nothing more than to set you free. Click the link. We'll give you the emails that we've sent out to people. Like, you can copy it, you can go do a lot of great stuff and enjoy your life. Freedom is your birthright, so take it.